Do you say yes to every holiday invitation and then cry in your car on your way home because you're exhausted? Or do you show up for everyone else's Christmas and miss your own? Today I'm sharing how I learned to say no without guilt and how it saved my sanity during the busiest season of the year.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so.
Hi, I'm Chanel and welcome back to Chandra's Life. I am a life transformation coach, and this is a community where I share frugal and minimalist tips to help you move through overwhelming seasons without losing yourself. And right now, we're entering one of those seasons. If you've ever felt guilty for saying no, or if you've ever cancelled on yourself to show up for someone else, or if you've ever sat through an event you didn't want to attend, plastering a smile on your face while screaming inside, I see you because I've been exactly where you are. I'll never forget the one Christmas season when I still had my own salon. I decided I needed to bake Christmas cookies, host multiple dinners, and keep the household running perfectly, all while attending end-of-year parties and working 12 to 15 hours a day. I remember standing in my kitchen at midnight, staring at another sink full of dishes, thinking, this is supposed to be the most magical time of the year. Why do I feel like I'm drowning? Why do I hate Christmas right now? I didn't have the answer. I just thought I had to do all the things. I thought if I didn't, I wasn't honoring Christmas, and I thought I wasn't showing love to my family if I didn't say yes to everything. But here's what I learned that year, and it changed everything, basically 20 years later. You can't be present for the moment that matters if you're scattered across obligations that don't. That was the year that I realized saying no isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. And the people who truly love you, they will understand. The ones who don't, they were never there for you anyway. They were there for what you could do for them. Now, this is part 2 of preparing for the busy season ahead. If you missed part 1, where we talked about taking inventory of your stuff and protecting your calendar, then go back and watch that one first. The videos build on each other. I'll link it in the description below for you. Today we're diving into the hardest part, and that would be saying no without guilt. So grab your coffee, maybe a notebook, and let's talk about this. I know that for those of you who spend your whole life being the helpful one, the reliable one, the one who shows up for everyone else, saying no feels selfish, wrong, rude. It feels like you're letting people down, even like you don't have the right to say no. But here's what I want you to understand. Life often makes more sense looking back than living in the moment. I'm going to say that again. Life often makes sense looking back at it than living in the moment. So let me ask you this. When your future self looks back on Christmas and New Year of 2025, what memories do you want to take away? Because Christmas and New Year's will always be memory-making moments. And the more aware we are of them, the better our lives become. So if you need to say no to a few meaningless events to make the truly important moments more memorable, then saying no is serving you in the best way. But before I give you the scripts to say no gracefully, we need to talk about why you need to say no in the first place. Because here's the thing, if you don't know what you're protecting, then you'll cave every single time someone asks you for something. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and I want you to really sit with these. Grab your notebook, pause the video if you need to, and answer honestly. This is where real transformation happens. Question 1. When you look back on this holiday season in January, what moments do you want to remember? Take your time with this, write it down. Because when you know what you're saying yes to, it becomes so much easier to say no to everything else. The second question would be, what would your future self thank you for saying no to right now? Maybe it's that party you don't want to attend to, or maybe it's hosting when you don't have capacity, or maybe it's volunteering for one more thing when you're already maxed out. Your future self is watching. Think of her. Make the right decisions. And question 3 is, are you saying yes to stay liked or to stay aligned with your values? This one might sting a little, and that's okay. Awareness is the first step. Pause the video right here if you need to. Take a screenshot. Figure out your vision for the end of this year. Write it down because clarity changes everything. If you pause to find yourself, welcome back. And if you didn't, I highly recommend you come back to this later. It matters. Now I'm going to share some practical phrases you can use to decline invitations gracefully. You can adjust them to fit your style, but notice what they all have in common. There's no elaborate explanations needed. There's no guilt and there's no over apologizing. For social obligations you don't want, you can say, thank you so much for thinking of me. Unfortunately, that won't work for our schedule this year, but I hope it's wonderful. Now, this is short, kind, and final. For extra responsibilities at work or volunteer commitments, you can say, I appreciate you asking, but I'm not able to take that on right now. I hope you find the right person. You're not offending yourself, you're just declining. For family expectations that don't serve you, you can say, we're simplifying things this year. We'll be doing X this year. I'd love for you to join us if that works for you. Only if you want them to join you, though. You're not asking permission, you're informing them. You're gentle but firm, and you're inviting them along, if you're inviting them along. And for the last minute request, you can say, I wish I could help or be there, but I've already committed to something else. And that something else counts, no matter what it is. And for budgeting training invitations, you can say, that sounds lovely, but it's not in our budget this season. Let's plan something simple in the new year instead. You're protecting your wallet, and I promise you, your future self from January will thank you for it. And here's my favorite one for when someone pushes back. You can say, I understand you're disappointed, but this is what works for our family right now. Maybe next time. You're not defending or explaining yourself, but you are firm. Now, I need you to hear this. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. And the people who get upset, they're upset because they can't use you anymore. And that's not your problem to fix. You're not responsible for managing other people's disappointment or emotions. You are responsible for protecting your own peace. Now, here's your action step for today, because we know Chanel will always have an action step. Practice saying no out loud. In the mirror, while you're doing the dishes or in the car, and get comfortable with how it feels. Because the more you practice, the easier it gets. This is a mindset shift, and without it, you won't be able to hold the boundaries when the moment comes. It might feel awkward at first, and that's okay. But if the decision is the right one for your current life season, then you'll be so glad that you did it for yourself. And look, I'm also still practicing this. I sometimes feel guilty when I decline an invitation, running it over in my head afterwards, hoping they don't think I'm rude or that I don't like them. And you know what? Most likely, or most always, they understood, because the right people always do. So here's what I want you to do this week. Look at your calendar. Find one thing you should or you could say no to. Just one. Maybe that is a party that you don't want to attend, or maybe it's volunteering for something when you're already stretched thin. Whatever it is, text them right now. Use one of those scripts that I provided and then drop the word boundary in the comments so that I know that you are ready to set some for yourselves. And speaking of boundaries and doing this together, I have something exciting to share with you. I'm launching a community space where we can dive deeper into topics like this. A place where you can ask questions, share your wins, get support from women who actually get it, women who are navigating overwhelm, protecting their peace, and trying to move through busy seasons without losing themselves. A place to get vulnerable without being attacked. My website is going live very soon. It was supposed to be on the 1st of November. It's going to be extended with a short while, and this community will be part of it. If you're thinking, yes, I need this. I need women who understand what I'm going through. I will share the link with you as soon as it goes live. So keep an eye out for it because I can't wait to connect with you there on a deeper level. And in my next video, we're going to talk about something I want you to say yes to. And that's hosting on your terms with a limited budget if you're thinking about it for the first time. I'll show you how to create meaningful gatherings without the stress, the perfection, or the price tag. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss that one. And remember, you don't have to figure it out today. You just need to take the next right step. And saying no is often the bravest yes you can give yourself. The people who love you will understand, and the ones who don't aren't your people. You've got this. I believe in you. And I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, let's find calm in the chaos while we enjoy living life. Bye.
I don't think so.